Hello and welcome back to Grumble Plays, a new Let's Play series. Well, not quite so new as we're in our second season. New episodes coming out every other Sunday on early access for patrons and supporters, and if you have now just wandered in off YouTube or Twitter or wherever else, live for everyone. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Full disclosure, it's coming up on 2 in the afternoon for me, and for once I'm still recording while it's actually light outside. Which fits because Emily is going to be thrust into the sunny warmth of Karnaca today. It's episode 2 of our Dishonored 2 Let's Play, and we're going to be playing the mission Edge of the World. Let's get going. Continue. Right, so if you'll remember, we had, a bad day at the office and then a little visit with the outsider. Or as we like to call him, Floaty Whale Satan. We have accepted the outsider's powers.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower,
Which we did.
Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the crown killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Wakey wakey. There's our souvenir case. Everything that we collect is going to end up in there. There's the boat that Samuel carved for us. We wrote a letter to Wyman, warning them not to go back to Bristol and to stay in Morley, where it's relatively safe, at least for now. And there's, you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember the time I kept a straight face during the watch officer's report, all the while sitting at my desk without pants. If I survive that, I'll get through all this. Yes? Sort of? A little bit about her mom. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me, even as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather. Yeah, so, of course they want her to say things about her mother as a ruler, but, she was also just her mom. And the travelogue, if you have time to read it, is a lovely look into things. Here also, finally meeting the outsider after he's been a figure in her father's life for so long. He was also, I don't know how to blend in here, I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born, so part of me belongs here too, and these are my people, or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. Emily, in the first episode and at the beginning of the game, raises the question, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Implicit that being, am I a bad empress? The game isn't always very loud in raising those criticisms. it's built into the lore, and you know the things that people say and the things that you find that they wrote. And it's mostly just in how people live, and in, you know, not just in how the rich people and the wealthy act, but in how they treat the poor. And it's, you know, it's very clear that Emily, you know, doesn't really know what to do with Karnaca at first. You know, she doesn't know what it's like to live with limited resources to a point. And it, you know, the longer you spend here, the more it becomes clear that Emily didn't really know what life around the Isles was really like. You know, not just for the wealthy, but especially for the poor. Here's our maintenance list. We're gonna get to storage in a second. Actually, let's go do that now. Because... oh, it's stuck. And, you know, the more you play it, it's like, okay, but how, you know, how did she not know? How did she not know how bad it got? You know, did no one tell her? Did she not listen? And did Corvo, did Corvo let her get away with not listening a little too much? Whereas Megan runs a very tight account book.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 weeks on a ship to get around the coast. Takes a while. This is the Dreadful Whale. Megan's ship. I do not understand nautical instruments at all. So I find this thing even more fascinating. Especially because, a ship of this size is, with this, basically built to, for one person to be able to captain it. But it's still a challenge. And I mean, these are, meant for communication with the down below, but aside from Anton, there's not usually anybody else around. Oop. Don't fall in. And we're gonna jump in a second. Whoopsie. Stuff. Oh, good. Oof. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent. An incendiary bolt. While we will not be using them on people, we need them for the nests. Let's put that away. Here's the loo. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil things too much ahead of time, but there is some secrets to Megan. It depends on how you play. Not so much whether you find out, but how you find out. Red friends! Sadly, neither Corvo nor Emily can talk to them.
He's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
Hi, Megan. creeping.
You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Cool. And alternative power sources have to be found. And off the peak of Shindere, which is, I can't see it from here, but I will show you later, which is a huge mountain. Bananas! You know, the winds and the gales that come down off of that are enough to power the entire city with turbines.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right, wherever he is. A distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the blood flies are bad this year.
Some lore on the ancestors of Duke Luca Abel. And oh look.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
I can say a little more. She used to be his apprentice. And, you know, as she says, that's the polite word for it. You know, Anton Sokolov comes across sort of as your irresponsible uncle in this game, but there's more of that. He's done some shady things in the past. That's mine now, thank you. 5 coins. Oh well. Better than nothing.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
So that's how he got abducted. Yeah. So the plan was...
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
Yeah, and he experimented on plague victims. Yeah, so the plan was very much to, let Emily and Corvo know, and then for Corvo to, come down here and root the conspiracy out before it could reach Dunwall. But... too late. Right. Megan, ready for the briefing.
right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
So, yeah. Corruption, street violence. They did know that, Luca wasn't, or hasn't been ruling with his citizens' best interests at heart, but I don't know, it sounds like, either they weren't told the true extent of it, or, yeah, they dismissed it.
Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch. I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father, and said Theodanis was a good man. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world.
You read that one?
This Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire. So, the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect. Sokolov seems so much older now.
That's Addermeyer solution. The new mana elixir, since, in the first game you had Sokolov's health elixir and Piero Joplin's solution, and they were both working towards a cure for the plague, but their individual elixirs weren't enough. It was only when they combined the two that they figured out the cure for the plague. So now that's all the red vials that you find are the combined elixir, and to replenish your mana you now have Addermeyer's solution, which is formulated by Dr. Alexandra Hypatia. She's an alchemist, and it's supposed to be a general restorative, but also specifically help people afflicted by blood fly fever, because the blood flies, depending on your chaos level, become more prevalent, but they're just, it's not like the red plague where it's an epidemic of unusual proportions. The blood flies have always been there. And she's making Addermeyer's solution to help people, because with Luca letting things slide, it's like the general chaos level is already higher, which is why the blood fly infections are getting worse. Not just the infections, but the infestations as well. And here's I love this map so much.
It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Yup. Alright. That's all we're looking at today. We have one more thing to pick up before we take the skiff. Oh, and I need to do housekeeping. Okay, I need to...
Jewel of the South.
Oh.
My father's birthplace.
Emily was like, go on. Right. Let me show you. That up there is Shinderu Peak. The highest point. I think perhaps in all of Serkonos, but definitely the highest point of Karnaca. I mean, those wind turbines, there are some smaller ones, but like, those must be huge. Incredible. And whaling trawlers here too. Goodness me. Oops. Oh, actually. Let's yeet ourselves. And I'll try not to get eaten by the dang hagfish. I know, Emily. There we go, looking like a drowned rat. Speaking of, hi! Hi, boys. Go on. No. Okay.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
Like I said, it's fine. We have a scarf.
I'd take you to Addermeyer by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Addermeyer. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Addermeyer, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermeyer. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot. You don't carry yourself like a spoiled royal, you know that? Corvo's influence, I bet. Trying to keep you alive. I've been through a lot too. But I have to say, it's sad about your mother. Sorry.
Megan knows more about that than most. Chunk. Look at them, they're so chunky. Bye! Don't drown, kids. Yeah, see? Rats can swim though, right?
Not this time.
We will meet Lucia Pastor eventually. No, we're not gonna throw around the fishtail. That's gross. Oh, so
Welcome
is
to Karnaca, stranger.
pie. That's gross too.
What ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The dreadful whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from War.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on. Well, no more.
Good thought. They give us a piece of the confiscation?
Yeah, we pass it along to another ship at a discount. Then we all split the take.
Just don't forget about me. Where did I put that thing?
Buddy, I don't know. Gotta pay better attention to your stuff. So I love this guy's whale tattoo.
Meat, blood flies and all. Not sure it's safe.
Of course I know.
I mean, trust my butcher, but how can you be sure there aren't any of those filthy grubs in my steak?
That's Addermeyer in the distance.
Tastes like shoe leather, but it's better than eating bloodfly larvae. Am I right?
I only buy meat if I see the animal killed in front of me. And I cook it right away.
That's another solution. Yeah, I miss the days when you could look at a dinner plate without having nightmares.
That's fair.
This job is my lifeblood. Don't try anything funny, whoever you are.
Wait, I'm just looking at your tattoos. Stop sawing for a second. Oh, it's gotta be... Oh yeah, it's one of the sea creatures that there's also statues of.
We used to make good money here until all the Grand Guard shit.
The tattoos in this game are incredible. Ooh, plantains. I'm gonna leave the man to his plantains.
You'll be all right here, visitor. Just keep your head down.
I'll try.
You got kids? Cute, but they're always hungry.
Gotta check all the boxes.
Alright then. Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind. The way the ocean shimmers. Oh, beautiful. Let's hope the framing's good. I'm seeing black spots. The silver plate is ready. Looks like there's a weird shadow. Anyway.
Oh, that's a whale. There's a whale! Boop. Aw. Whoop. And off it goes. Oh, looks like that's all.
5, 4,
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Got it. Yeah, should be a nice shot. Let's take another one for safety. There. Almost. And let's expose the silver plate for... Ugh, Not sure about this one.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. You wanna buy one?
Wouldn't miss that. Not this time.
Oh, Paisley, you gotta work on your anger issues.
Damn it.
20K?
Outsider's crooked cock. Let's see what you got.
I told her once, I told her 1,000 times. It ain't my job to check on the grinders. Sometimes I think she's deaf on purpose.
Yes!
I told you not to come to Karnaca. Good luck, but you can't say you didn't get a warning. Well, sounds like Perlos is, Perlos, I'm posting this letter, but if you're reading it, you've got the brains of a mule. Oh boy.
Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
Well, I'm not planning on talking to them.
Why
No.
cover your face? Are you worried someone might recognize you?
You think? I mean, you know, before people were coming here to find work, and now, you know, the situation's so bad they're leaving again.
I worked on a ship before all this. Really big one. Nothing like it.
So hungry.
I wonder.
Turned to
I'm
spring
gonna
for
trade
fish
in some
cake.
wages for a bottle of whiskey. Maybe try my luck at dice.
Oh, good luck with that.
It's a hot one. That's for sure.
I wonder whether the ship she worked on might have been the ISS Jessamine.
Your face is covered.
Look.
If you're looking, the mine's always neat.
You'll be all right here, visitor. Just keep your head down. Don't worry, you'll make it eventually. If not today, then tomorrow.
Is that a joke? Santiago Fisheries have a reputation to maintain. We have clients all over the Isles. Do I need to remind you that fish is a delicate cargo? We can't afford any delays.
Well, it's fermented red shark, which is a nice way of saying it's fish that's already gone bad.
You can just tell your clients that here in Karnaca, we like it very fermented.
Unacceptable. Farrell is going to pay for this.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, look! It's Simon's brother. Hi.
I've got a bit of a cough. Nothing serious.
Yesterday, and I think I'll give it up.
Why is
You
that
should
the
have
first...
seen this place 10 years ago.
And another day like that.
Why is that the first thing you say to me about your cough?
Hard times under the Duke and his Grand Guard.
I don't
A man
feel
has to
safe.
be ready for anything.
What is wrong with this city?
Apparently a bunch.
You start any shit around here, we're jumping in.
I'm so glad that, you know, you can hear all the yells appealing to, you know, or cursing the outsider's crooked cock when someone's got bad luck at dice.
But I'm a filthy blood fly, and that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Well, it sounds like lunch was bad.
I tried living up in Driscoll for a while. Too damn cold. Shitty food.
I told her, if you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done.
I mean, the parallels couldn't be any clearer. You know,
Sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard
Plague Island, shitty food,
It's getting worse. I might be able to help you out.
cold.
There's a stack of goods that no one's claimed one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's gonna claim it ever, because it was dropped from a boat, loading up for freight port. It's good stuff. Spices and dried fish. Maybe worth more than what you lost.
That's a good deal, Maya.
Oh, thank you, Ramus.
All right. Still not fair, them just taking what was ours, but we...
Manual.
Was
Halfway up, a cable broke and we lost 11 workers. They never even made it into the mine. Those cables
pretty
weren't
sure
made
it
to
took a
carry
bit.
so many people. You pack enough of them in, even kids, and it adds up. After that, a sickness spread through the crew bunkhouses. That woman from Addermeyer, Alexandria Hypatia, she used to treat the workers, but she doesn't come around anymore. So what all this means is that we need more workers. There are always people coming to Serkonos looking for a better life. We'll get them into the mines, if I have to club them over the head myself.
You might recognize the voice. That was the same lady we heard in that library in Dunwall. And I mean, no, calling them workers when she's been trafficking kids down there is
Kinda
something.
stand out. Might want to keep a low profile around the law. I wouldn't get too close. I gotta touch you something.
Can't believe it. I'm supposed to be doing all this. Somebody else could do it. Why me? I don't know. Fish guts.
I repair broken mining
Hey,
equipment, so
watch out.
unless you need a second-hand pickaxe, I can't help you.
Honestly, at this point, I'd take a second-hand pickaxe.
Might wind up at the alehouse tonight.
Is he asking me out? Well, he's being completely nauseous.
Heard they're laying workers off at the whaling slaughterhouse. It wasn't always like this here, I can tell you that. Let's see what you've got. They say Karnaca is the jewel of Serkonos. I like
there.
Castilian better.
Former Empress on the run. That might just be us. There is no longer any doubt that the recently unseated Empress, Emily Caldwin, is responsible for the recent string of horrible murders. Look, correlation is not causation.
You're not from here, am I right? Welcome to Karnaca, then. I've been out of ice for 2 weeks now. Customers don't care much for warm lemonade.
Okay. Do you need advice on making ice?
Now, my brother-in-law tried to get me to sign on with a mining crew. No way I'm dying down in a hole.
Okay, so perhaps a correction on my earlier statement. It's becoming an epidemic. Let's call it that.
Same nightmare again last night. I wish I could leave this city.
But like Megan said, blood flies are bad this year.
I've seen a whale once. Scary. But I never
What are you
forgot
covering
it.
your face for?
You're not from around here, are you?
Another week, another bloodfly edict. Who's running this city? I moved down from Colorado. Thought there'd be more work here.
So up in Dunwall, you get rat skewers, and here you have dried bow lizard. No, thanks. Boop. Wash your hands.
How are we supposed to get ahead here? Always paying off the Grand Guard. If you stay here, just don't go poking your nose where it don't belong.
That's kind of my job description now.
Don't pick any fights you can't finish.
Thank you, sir. Now, what the heckins is Campbell doing here? Oh, and apparently in canon continuity, Corvo did not mess with a brandy. Fine. Yeah. Ugh. Well, eating washed up sailors did not go so well. Or, oh, using them in rituals, possibly. Not reading that again to find out. Can't climb any higher than this, unfortunately.
We don't normally see many of these beasts this far south. They're like the cold waters to the north. In a day or so, the odor will be tremendous. The guts will burst, then the crabs and gulls will be at it.
Cool, thank you.
The job ain't so bad. Beats cheating people all day in a bank.
It's a new thing, needing money.
I'm Sir Conan Blood, through and through. Been here all my life.
Got nothing else. Down there. Another whale. And if you know where to look, secrets. Oh, blood surface. Oh! Not today, Hagfish, please. Right. That's everything we can carry. Yep. Let's go. Note to self, Emily does not like nearly drowning. Fine. Oops. Come on. There we go. Do-do-do-do-do. Ugh. Why does it have to be the jelly deals? Oh, there was a perfectly good plantain right there.
Hello,
Oh, well.
Sir Conan. In the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political
Why
assassination
cover your face? Are you worried someone might recognize you?
Emily Caldwell, and carried out by the former royal protector, Corvo Attano. The Grand Sir Conan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance is mandatory.
Not long ago, I crewed a flatboat loaded down with his blue blood's furniture. Bit of reef. We watched it all go down.
Dang.
Tonight, I'm gonna find out whether it's true that whiskey keeps the blood flies away.
Good
Been
luck.
working too hard. A man needs time to himself. This city's gonna grind you down. These milk-blooded beggars think the mines are rough. Send them to a whaling house for a few months. I think I've got a tooth going. I can smell it.
Charming. That's huge fish. And just in the dumpster. Oh my god. Oy.
Bit hot, isn't it? Don't know you, stranger. Bad time to visit Karnaca.
As good a time as any. When you've just been deposed.
Covering your face won't make the Grand Guard happy.
Fellow Serkonans, let us rejoice at the crowning of our new Empress first, and the imminent arrival of His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos, now royal consort to the Empress. For 3 days following the Duke's return to Karnaca, all official government activity will be put on hold as the Duke recovers from his travels, and additional tariffs will be levied against foot traffic near the Grand Palace.
Heard they're laying workers off at the fisheries.
1. Duke Luca gets really badly seasick, so he needs a while. And 2, you know, Delilah made him royal consort to, you know, keep him happy, and, well, he's got the hots for her, but lest we forget that Delilah's a big old lesbian.
Watch yourself with the Grand Guard. They don't like strangers.
Well, I ain't too fond of them myself.
So many people trying to get away from Karnaca now. But where are you gonna go? There's money here, even if it's dirty.
Careful with that sword. The Grand Guard won't like it.
The Grand Guard doesn't like anything.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you?
I don't know. Do you want me to pull the scarf down and, you know, see if you recognize me? Don't think so. More really big fish.
In the Duke's absence, I have the following
He's busy.
announcement. This year's bloodfly concern is the most severe in recent memory. If you encounter a nest or an infested corpse, do not disturb it. Any attempts to practice the funeral rites of the Abbey of the Everyman will be punished severely. Contact the Grand Serkonan Guard at once. The guardsmen on site will handle the situation and determine whether any fines are appropriate.
Right. So, Delilah being a witch, you know, she's not you know, not particularly fond of the Abbey, and Duke Luca is in constant conflict with them, which may be something that will serve us later.
What have you got for me? Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood fly infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. Duke is drunk half the time. And if the howlers don't rob you, you get shaken down by the Grand Guard. Want to know why people are leaving Karnaca? Because the city is not safe to live in anymore. garbage in the streets, and blood flies in half the abandoned buildings. This city has consumption, and no one with half a wit wants to be buried with it.
Thank you.
See you sometime.
Hey, come here.
Happily.
I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body?
That doesn't necessarily make me worry
From
less.
where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
There's a basement nobody uses. It's below the dentist office, on the corner just down from the overseer outpost. Bring the body there. Look for the carriage station where the railway goes into the rock. Meet me at the old basement near there, with the corpse. Don't let anyone see you. I'll give you something good and tell you how to get to Addermeyer. One way, at least. The guy's been dead less than a day. No stink. Watch out. The overseers don't mess around.
Sure they don't. Thank you, Mindy. Mindy Blanchard is so cool.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
They should do like me. Never read it. Come in. If you've found this place, I'll trade with you.
Love that the black market has a report all theft sign. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think we're pretty good on stuff. I do need stun mines.
Glad we could do business.
Let's get at least one, because there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a bunch upstairs, so we should be. The sunken supplies, that's the location of the sunken supplies. But already, I know where they are, so, you know, I took a dive already, so we don't need to buy that. We do want the rune. I could be stealing all of this stuff, but I'm not gonna burgle the black market shops this time because I want us to meet all the street musicians, and you know, if you burgle all the black market shops, then they don't show up in one of the missions towards the end. So we're gonna refrain this time. So we're gonna have to just buy this one.
Come
Alrighty.
back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Mm-hmm. Even though he's got, I mean, he has loads of stuff back there. I mean, we could. Well, basically what happens is when you choke the shopkeeper out, the shutters automatically close and the game registers that as, you know, you burgling them. I think Because Mindy does leave at some point, but not yet. Don't mind me. You know, she's part of the Howler gang. So she's basically making sure that no one knocks the shop over, and if you try to break in right now, she gets cross with you. So let's not.
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move
Agnes dumplings.
slowly and don't get too close to the nests.
Oh.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
Carl!
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
No. More likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
All right. Well, don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin, and another way to get past the wall of light.
Damn it, Carl. Right, so the same way that in the first Dishonored game, the Lord Regent was hiring death counters, well, you know, does what it says on the tin to count the plague victims, the Duke, well, cancelled the funding for, because the old Duke, Theodanus, you know, he had blood fly crews that, you know, when there was an infestation, nipped it in the bud, so that people could, you know, stay in their homes and that they wouldn't have to be condemned. Luca cancelled the funding, so now there's private crews of, you know, people who don't have the training or anything else. And it's not going well.
It's infested, all right. Move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
Cool. Okay, hold on. Let's put this here for a second. Let's get Lento out of there. Oh, poor sod. Teeny tiny apartments. Long abandoned too. Oh yeah, it's the rear window kind of a situation. A former miner who was injured in an accident and now can't work anymore, can basically just sit in their wheelchair and watch out the window. Watching that woman over there, I think. Before we do that, let's use the opportunity. Hi, Mindy. Yes, I know. Look, this looks weird, but don't freak out. Alright? It's all fine. Because I think if we just, you know, nip into the black market and steal a few things without him noticing that we're there. I'm not sure if the game counts that as having burgled. So, you know. Any complaints about the Grand Guard should be addressed to your nearest guardsman. That's not gonna go wrong at all. Ugh. Alright, so we've looked at everything up here. Wait. Let's unlock that. See if maybe... Nope, still there. Oh, I forgot to open that from the other side. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. Whoop, don't mind me. Oh. Whoop. Money and a fig and some bread. Completely blocked. Isn't there a key somewhere? Oh, maybe it just doesn't open. Elmira, please come home. Isn't there a fly you can pick up as well? Ah, no, must have dreamt it. Oh well. Excuse me, sir. Let's not waste that. Thank you for the coin. I'm sorry that it had to end like this. And one more. One charm. Which reminds me, I should probably go and look at the powers menu finally. We haven't even unlocked dark vision yet. Oops. There you go. Scrumshaw, thank you. Most hated neighbors. Yeah, that's how I'd love to start my notes too. Yes, he was stung by bloodflies, but he's as healthy as a shark, and when he recovers, he'll make you regret this. Ugh. Say whatever you want, I'm not leaving him. Barricade me inside as well if you're so scared. You can all go to the void. Again, playing this in a pandemic, it's different. Sorry, lady. He wasn't healthy enough. Without treatments, you're not just gonna beat bloodfly fever. Oh, I should reorganize my stuff a little too. Always pick up what you can. There's some more in the other room. Not really gonna work. Because this is what happens. They burrow into you and then they burrow out.
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
Yeah, I mean, there's guards over there, and more guards down there, and a lot of overseers over there. And Karnaca's overseer masks are even more grotesque than the ones in Dunwall, which are already creepy as shit. Right, so did y'all a favor. Back in neutral territory. Hold on, let's check. Oh, Mindy's gone. Good. A little cheeky save. Let's see. Oh, the record shop key. Wait, isn't there? Definitely broken in there before. Oh, it opens from this side. There was more. entire chunk of this building that we missed. Because that note to Mr. Weatherby was for the black market shop owner. Up those stairs. And here actually comes in handy because we've got 5 runes. We can do things. So I'm gonna get us some dark vision. And agility. It's a passive thing, yes, but you can climb higher and faster, and it really, like when you're traversing, let's put a point into bone charm crafting, why not? When you're traversing like rooftops, it makes you a bunch faster, so. We're also not even carrying bone charms yet. Well, the only one we have is Bird of Prey. Drop Assassination restores some health. Well, if we play it right, we won't need it. But we can now also craft them. And we can sacrifice this one both to get the whalebone out of it and to have a trait to learn, which is fancy. We can't craft anything yet because we don't have enough single bone charms, but that's fine. And now we're gonna do some redecorating. I always want to use the heart more, so let's do that actually.
This city is a place of riches, but not all get a seat at the banquet table. Do I know this place? Have I wisdom to convey?
Well, you've probably never been here.
I only know that I am weary. Nothing more.
She's been a long time in that heart. Oh no, look. There's a nest keeper. It's difficult to choke them out, or possibly even impossible, at least on the higher difficulties, so we're going to have to. Why do we only have 4? Didn't I already nick one? Oh well. Boop. Oh buddy, don't hurt. Oh, hope he's not dead. Okay, he's unconscious. We have to get him away from them. Oh, buddy. This is what happens to them when they enter symbiosis with the blood flies. Letter from Mr. Weatherby. It's a bit of a prick. Let's take that just in case. Oh, carrying that right up by your face. Okay. We're good though. Ooh, stinging bolts. Those are handy. They are... Well, they don't cause chaos because they don't hurt anybody, but... Oh, right, he was running experiments. Yeah, because, you know, nests produce blood amber, which is valuable. Which is why, when things are desperate enough, People try and keep blood flies for the purpose of, whoops, making that amber. Which I hardly need to tell you is a bad idea. Boop. I love the music as you're exploring so much. It's so pretty. Boop. Alrighty. Now, so we don't have to do that again. Alright, so as long as he doesn't notice... Oh. Okay, the achievement just popped. I am now officially a black market burglar. But he's just got so much stuff and money. I mean, you know, burgling 1 isn't gonna make the Howlers so mad at you that they try to ambush you in the final level, so... You know... You know what, we might as well choke him out then, to be honest. That's your key. Oh. Let's get that silver ingot. Ah, come on. Oh! Woo. He was about to turn around. Ugh. I see, so the shutters close. But it's fine. It honestly doesn't matter that we bought the rune. Like, you get enough money thrown at you. Oh, don't poke yourself in the eye. Oh. Oh, he sleeps with his thumb up his nose. Okay. If that's comfortable, that's cool. Yeah, the game throws enough money at you that it doesn't... It's not so bad. Is it everything? Okay. I will, however, be helping at least one of the black market shops not get burgled. Because I like the shopkeeper and, you know, she deserves better, so. But yeah, burgling 1 isn't gonna make the Howlers so mad at you that they try and kill you.
All a fuss. Well, whatever it is, I got more important things to worry about. Never can get used to the heat here, or the dust. You have a good time while you're in the city, if you can.
Thank you. Right, so there's a guy there who we can try and help. It's a little difficult to do it. Without getting spotted. Because we're now in hostile territory. And because we can't stop time.
I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, give me no choice. Please. It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next?
Ooh. Okay. Those two are gonna go to sleep. Oh!
I don't like that. Better have a look.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, so not all of them got knocked out because there's one guy up the stairs who does come down. But let's try that again. I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna try that too often because that's not what we're here for.
Rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you get me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo.
Okay. Oh! We saved him. good. Okay, let's do this. Ow! Dang it. Okay, so, well, we got the achievement, at least, but let's try one more time. And this time...
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. It's too late for that, Rapallo.
Okay, you two go to sleep. Okay. Well, he got knocked out too, but I think we're all okay. Just, you know, it's these little touches where you can just, you know, you can save someone from being killed by the Grand Guard. Oh! Wow. That looked unhealthy. And it's just a good thing
from the
to
time
know.
of the rat plague.
So yeah, a few of the defense mechanisms. Oh, sir. It's a pity he got knocked out too, because, you know, if he gets away, then you can talk to him. Oh, well, almost on the chair. Ooh. You know, and it's, stuff like this that just makes the game, you know, gives it even more depth. Because, you know, you don't have to do all of that. Whoops. Boop. Okay. So, yeah. Wall of Light. One of the security mechanisms returning from the first game. There's also arc pylons, which are already there.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside. Are we not brothers? That is what I should have said. Now I feel remorse. It will bother me all the night.
trouble sleeping again last night. Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures, but they can be kind of pricey.
Maybe. Okay. It's a little. I'm realizing that, you know, my camera box is blocking Emily's hands, but there's
Something is amiss. Some heathen grown bold by these times. I shall not abide the football of a blasphemous.
Remember that the profane seeks to hide itself.
Sure does. Like when you get more powers later, Emily's hands and Corvo's as well, their hands have different finger movements when that power is equipped and selected. And it's just like they're small movements, so you know, so they don't distract you as you play. But they just fit. Boop. Yeah, And down he goes, like a sack of spuds. Like, they just fit the powers that they're for so well. And I love those touches. And here's Mindy's tattoos. The tattoos in Dishonored 2 are just, they're so cool. Oh. Like that as a whole sleeve, incredible. Boop. Oh, buddy. Harold, they're lesbians. Come on. Oh, that's not the bed. Here it is. A letter from Mindy. Nice tattoo you have on your back, Amadeo. Where did you find the original drawing? Want to chat about it? Come to the Crone's Hand in Dust District and ask for Mindy. You won't regret your time. So, Mindy asked us to get a body out of the Overseer outpost. And here's someone who definitely knew Mindy and had contact with her. And the Overseers are searching his shit. It's almost like that might just be the same person. Oh, and look who's here.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge. Or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
Right. Now. Boop. About that Overseer outpost. It's a horrible place and a half. And I'm going to try to be relatively quick about it. Let's let the mana recharge. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. We don't want to linger here too long. Because there's always someone up there.
A wanderer is a friend to the
Although he's currently watching something. Let's take the high road. Ooh, and with agility, woo, comes double jump. Oh. Floaty blood fly. There is a bone charm down by the Overseers, and they are difficult to distract, but I will do my best. that weekly fee is now mine. Alright. There's a bunch of them. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, let's just play it safe.
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the flesh of the rat drifting here in the void for all the remaining hours of all the remaining years until the world is swallowed itself by the void.
Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the aisles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
Of course, what the Overseers like to ignore is that the music boxes are pretty much magic themselves, because no one can actually scientifically explain why the music boxes work and cause people who, you know, have a connection to the void so much agony. But hey, Overseers are not here for the logic. Ooh. Alright, there's one guy over there. He went over there. Apparently he did not see that. Oh, let's not let the man burn his face off. That would be... Litany on the White Cliff.
Some take comfort from the strictures.
Some do.
On the 14th day of the month of harvest. I will never forget her words. She looked up at me and asked what shrine to the outsider could be found across the Isles. She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My suspicions arose at once, and I questioned her sharply until she confessed to playing alone in an empty woodcarver shop at the edge of town. Each day for a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar, she found cloth of purple and red, suspended from the walls, and a wretched altar of candles burned low, some small trinkets of bone, and a few coins left by those within the outsider's wicked cabal, those cursed figures who hunch and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices are strange to us. The girl was taken from her home the next night, locked in a cage of iron, and toppled into the canal. Her corruption was eradicated for the safety of all those who lived around her, all of you. We harden ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic, and in doing so, we save countless others from the horrible discord that awaits them beyond death. I say this now to all the faithful in our society. your allegiance should be first and most fiercely to your family, to your neighbors, and to the Abbey of the Everyman. Princes and queens rise and fall, but a succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime, shielding you from the outer horrors of the void and from the spoiled touch of the outsider himself. Hold closest to the 7 strictures. If it is true that a witch now sits on the throne in Dunwall, and that the Duke of Circinus is in her thrall, as is whispered in parlors and alehouses across the Empire, do not doubt. We will verify this claim, and we will act. Smoke will billow. Fires will lick the stones of Dunwall Tower. And at the end of it all, the Abbey will stand in the ashes. There is a tale, a decade and a half old. A tale most often shared from overseer to overseer, apart from the flocks entrusted to our care, apart from those we give our lives to both chastise and protect. Sometimes, this tale is told within our mightiest enclaves, and sometimes it is told around campfires during our most remote pilgrimages. It is the sorry story of a man, most high within the Abbey, who was banished during the Rat Plague. His name may not be spoken, and all written record of his existence has been erased, so grave were his errors. To fall from the pinnacle of discipline to the muddiest ditch of disgrace, that is his tale. To once wear the cloth of the High Overseer, and to later bear the heretic's brand across the flesh of his face. How did this come to pass, brothers and sisters? Look to the 7 strictures, and you will know. The Abbey will not allow the shadows of the void to fall upon you. We will brandish the light or the flame.
What happened was that High Overseer, Campbell, had a hand in... Oh, wrong balcony. Had a hand in having Jessamine killed. Oh wait, this guy's tricky. Let's save. And, you know, to get rid of him... Come on. Oh, I think... Wait, if you perch on there... Yeah, there you go. To get rid of him, Corvo branded him with the heretic's mark, and he was banished.
Vice Overseer Liam Byrne.
And later ended up a Weeper. And this is to the High Overseer Kulan, who, as the seat of power is in Dunwall, so is the highest office of the Abbey. But, you know, again, the Abbey doesn't so much want to rule just out of the goodness of their hearts. They too want more power. You know, even before Campbell helped have Jessamine murdered, there was enough tension between them. Because, you know, Jessamine wasn't such a fan of the fact that they would just abduct people they thought were heretics and then torture them for days. Strictures to keep you safe. Roving feet, wanton flesh, restless hands. I mean, a good life motto if you ask me. Feet, flesh, hands. Feet, flesh, hands. Feet, flesh, hands. 4, 6, 3. Gotcha. And there's another room, and so much money. is still one down there. Ah, yes, and they have a rune and a bunch of them sitting there. So I gotta get rid of those two. Somehow. Boop. On the oracular order, we will see more about them.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else. Maybe Overseer Karnaca.
Hi, red friends. Funny stories from Karnaca. From Sokonos. Early one morning, near dawn, Marcarlo's wife hears a knock at the door. It's one of Marcarlo's friends. "Where's my husband?" she asks. "He was supposed to be with you, picking up a case of Orban rum." "I'm sorry," says Marcarlo's friend, "but something horrible happened at the distillery. Marcarlo toppled headfirst into a barrel of rum and drowned." So the wife starts blubbering, "Oh, my love, he's gone. At least tell me it was a quick death." "I can't lie," says Marcarlo's friend. "He got out 3 times to piss." So that's what qualifies as funny stories, does it? Okay. Alright, so there's that body. Is he over there yet? No. Oh. There he goes. So sorry to disturb you, sir. Boop. Oh, well, bit of yoga is good for you. Selected sayings. I mean, there's the truth of it. Overseers just can't shut up. Whoop! Interrogation report. I'm an artist. Yep, and we're gonna murder you.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Yep, they wanted to meet. Okay. Come on, dude. Alright, isn't there one walking around down here? Boop. I mean, that guy had choked out, so he's fine.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But there's one downstairs. There he is. Is that him? Yeah.
There. See? I said it. I'm scared. Something's up.
No, everything's fine. Okay, if I choke him out there, then chances are that either the guards or the workers down there will see. So it is smarter to wait. You gonna turn around? Yeah, there you are. Right. Let's get you up here too. A little bit of body storage.
Of existence, the peace of non-being. Only those who turn from the seven scriptures risk an endless existence, adrift in the void.
I'm sorry, I walked into the spikes.
The cold, lifeless ocean that surrounds us all and threatens to devour the...
Actually, tell you what. Wow. Look who's got enough runs
earth and sky and all
to get Paul.
In between. Trust in the Abbey, my friends. Trust in the Abbey. Stay to the flesh that is familiar, that of the fowl and sheep, the ox and fish from the cold ocean.
Look who doesn't even need. I love that it's just, you know, no matter what world you're in, there's a sermon, someone's yawning. Boop. Boop. There you go. And that's a rune for me. Alrighty, whoops. Let's not drown. It's not fun. Whoop. Come on, Emily. Don't look at me weird. There we go. Alright, now that we have Paul, we have to be careful around, you know, people, because it works on bodies too, both dead, alive, or unconscious. So it's good practice to make sure what you're aiming at when you can I aim through that? Ew. Very much cannot. Whoop. It's good practice to make sure what you're aiming at before you use for a reach. Whoop. Mindy!
Come on. Hey, you got it.
I did.
Put it down in the hole.
Okay.
Good job. Take this.
I won't ask you why you needed that. So how do I get to Addermire?
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Addermire.
Better than nothing.
Oops.
Thanks for your help.
So now you can pay, hit the road.
I love her so much.
Stay on the good side of the Howlers, my friend. We're moving up in Karnaca. Going to run this place someday.
I mean, I did just burgle one of your black market shops, so... But, you know, don't hold it against me.
Sometime.
Yeah, I will.
That's it then.
I love her vest so much. Like, look at the patterning. Oh, it's incredible. Mindy makes me want to wear more vests like that. Hello. Hypatia's is also incredibly cool.
Coin, there's not a coin to be had anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm on some way to get some money. Am I supposed to make a living around here?
After last time? No.
We should rent another boat sometime soon.
Delightful.
Wild mimosas are in bloom. Let's organize an outing.
That's a jolly good idea. What would you say to some unusual
Yeah, you can
gossip over dinner?
you can get the song texts. Look, kids, you want to steal from the Duke? I'm helping you. But first I'm stealing from you a little bit.
Welcome to my shop. Have a look around.
Hold on, there's
If only truth and justice could really be weighed on scales.
I know, don't worry. That line changes based on chaos as well. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful.
We should talk to... Of course. Splendid idea.
Nobody saw that, right?
I told Miss Lucia Pastor that they wouldn't let us
That's
take
it.
the carriage.
The electricity's off.
We'll have to try again. We have to see Dr. Hypatia.
They don't let anyone see her anymore. Not even people who need urgent treatment.
If we tell them that we represent Lucia Pastor and the Miners Family Committee, they can't refuse us. Hundreds of miners are counting on us. Hundreds of children, coughing dust and fading a little more each day. In the past, the good doctor always cared for them.
She did, and I worried that it got her in trouble.
If we lose Hypatia's support, then there's no one left on our side.
Yeah, I mean, she says they can't refuse us, but they can and they will.
Addermeyer Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
Indeed.
More Grand Guard soldiers. Best to avoid.
Mm-hmm. Boop. And indeed I will.
Welcome to Winslow's Safes. Feel free to have a look around.
I'm sorry, sir. I just need the
I have to
combination
tell
to your
myself
safe.
that fixing all this will bring back prosperity.
667. These dials were in the worst possible positions for this combination. Boop. Oop. Good doctor's apartment key. Was there something down here? No. Thought there was a pouch of money, but no.
This must be the alchemist's apartment. Alexandria Hypatia.
She hasn't been here in a while. Oops. Sokolov painted her too. Because of course he did. Sorry about the broken glass. And about your bathing salts.
What's going on at Addermire? What's the Duke's interest, and how is it connected to Delilah? The bloodflies have flourished with all the Duke's executions.
I spend less and less time here at my apartment, but my work at Addermire demands it. After the horrible failures of my first serum, I'm more determined than ever to help the miners. It's not my say how hard the Duke and his cronies with the workers, but until he sees reason, I'll do what I can to make their lives better and to provide comfort to their families. It's my obsession, this work, and the impact it will have on the least privileged people in Karnaca. Studying the original plague elixirs. I'm close to something.
Nope. Yeah, please turn around. Thank you.
Addermire Station. This should take me out to the Institute.
Please don't turn around, ma'am. Thank you. So, stealthing that whole building takes a bit of time, and I don't have Domino yet, which does also make it harder. I do. Oh, well, you're just standing there and smoking. Do I have... no. I need 4, and we have 3. Let's check... Oh, no, that's a stun mine. Let's see. I did get everything. And I believe we got all the paintings.
The man at the distillery set some bottles aside for him, and in return, he doesn't break the man's nose.
Cool, thanks. What about him?
He brings the old couple an elixir and other pricey items they could never afford on their own.
Okay, so he seems nice.
Feels heavy, man. Hard to get a good lungful.
Okay, you go down there, please. Oh. Okay, always remember that that is glass. Uh-oh. There we go. There you go. You can do yoga together. Money? No. No money. Right, well. Let's take the route that Mindy opened up for us, actually. Which was to cut the power to these rails. Boop. Which we could have used to just walk all the way from over there, over here. You have to be careful because those are still under power. Boop. And there you can get upstairs too. Any secrets? Treasures? Hidden items? Nope. Alright, our best not to get spotted. And off we go. All those zeros. I mean, like I said last week, this isn't about me showing off. But there is something satisfying in a, like, complete zero stealth run. No alarms rung, no bodies detected, not getting spotted. I mean, you know, if you get spotted, you can have alarms rung and you can have bodies detected, that's fine. But if you have detections, then you don't get ghostly. Which, you know, kind of mucks up your ghost and clean hands run, and that is what we're going for. We were merciful, didn't moita anybody, much as some of them might have deserved that. Didn't get all the blueprints. Whoopsie. And there was a lot of money I didn't get. Push comes to shove, save the merchant from incineration at the Wall of Light. Honestly, that's more important to me than getting the rune. We put down the Nest Keeper, we won the Safe Shop contest by cheating. We got into our patient's apartment, we snatched a body from Mindy Blanchard, and we obtained the black market shop key from the bloodfly infested apartment. Alrighty. Well, that was a lot from everybody. Next episode, we're going to finally meet the good doctor, Alexandra Hypatia, and make a few, dare I say, grim discoveries. So, yeah, folks, that was it for another episode of Grumble Plays. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on your way out. It really helps me out. If you want to leave a comment and, for instance, request me checking out something in a following episode, then please do. You can find me on Twitter at _Anna Marabella. You can check out my Patreon at patreon.com /Anna Marabella, or my Ko-fi at kofi.com/grumble. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, go do it now. Hit the bell icon. I post new gaming content almost every week. And yeah, hope to see you again next week in episode 3. And until then, I hope you're keeping very well and have a lovely day. Bye!